Maro Scott has officially found himself in the middle of a situation that no one saw coming, except maybe those who've been watching the signs for years. The well-known reality star from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, has been arrested, and the entire situation is as messy as it gets. What started as just another heated moment turned into a full-blown legal scandal that now has both his career and personal life hanging in the balance. But the biggest twist in all of this? It's not just about Marsau's arrest, it's about his wife, Leticia, who is no longer staying silent. After years of standing by her husband through everything, it looks like she may have finally reached her limit. The night Marsau was arrested is still filled with mystery. What we do know is that things got out of control fast. Some say it happened at a private event, others say it was out in public, but what's clear is that by the time the police arrived, it was already too late. The situation had already gotten heated. Eyewitnesses reported yelling, pushing, and people trying to hold others back. Some were just standing around in shock. When law enforcement showed up, Marsau was reportedly not very cooperative. According to people close to the scene, he even resisted some of the officers' instructions, which made everything worse. The charges he's facing aren't light. One of them includes aggravated speeding, which means he wasn't just driving fast, he was driving dangerously fast. That's already enough to raise red flags. But then, it was discovered that he also had an outstanding warrant for failing to appear in court. That changed everything. This wasn't just a heated argument anymore. It wasn't just a misunderstanding. This was a serious legal situation with real consequences. And with Marsau already having a rocky image thanks to years of rumors and tension, this arrest only added to the chaos that's been following him for years. What makes this even harder for fans to watch is the fact that Marsau has been painting himself as a businessman, a provider, a strong father, and someone who's above the drama. But now, that image is falling apart. The man who always walked into a room with confidence, who seemed like he had everything under control, is now being talked about in whispers and headlines. And his wife Leticia? Well, she's tired. Leticia's silence was the first clue that something wasn't right. When news of the arrest broke, fans waited for a post, a statement, or even just a reaction from her, but there was nothing. At least not at first. Behind the scenes, though, sources say Leticia was furious. This time, she wasn't sad or confused. She wasn't trying to protect Marsau or clean up his mess. She was angry. And not just because he got arrested, but because this was the last straw in a long list of things she's had to deal with over the years. Let's not forget, Leticia has stood by Marsau through everything. The cheating rumors that have followed him for seasons, the shady business deals, the cast drama, she stuck around for all of it. People even called her loyal to a fault. But now, it seems like that loyalty is being tested like never before. Sources close to the couple say that Leticia is no longer willing to just stand in the background. She's not brushing this off. She's not making excuses. In fact, some say she's already started to distance herself, not just emotionally but professionally too. There's talk that Leticia is thinking about separating herself from Marsau's business ventures. The couple has been known for running things together, especially when it comes to their construction company, Black. But now, insiders say she's not so sure she wants her name tied to his anymore. She's been taking meetings solo, showing up at events without him, and focusing more on her own brand. Even her social media posts have started to shift, more empowering quotes, more photos of her alone, and less about standing by her man. Fans are noticing the change too. A lot of people are saying it's about time. For years, Leticia has been criticized for putting up with too much. Many believe she deserves more peace, more support, and more respect. And now, after this arrest, she might finally be realizing that for herself. One source close to her said that she's been having serious conversations with her family about what to do next, and that divorce isn't off the table anymore. Nothing has been confirmed, but the signs are definitely there. What makes all of this even more intense is that this arrest didn't happen out of nowhere. If you've been watching Love and Marriage, Huntsville from the beginning, you've probably noticed the warning signs. Since season 1, fans have pointed out the cracks in Marsau and Leticia's marriage. Marsau Holt even accused Marsau of cheating and claimed he went on trips with other women. Marsau denied it all, of course, saying Marsau was just trying to take him down with him. But the rumors never really went away. Even Leticia started to show signs that she wasn't fully convinced. There were moments when she seemed unsure, when her trust seemed shaken. And over time, her patience has been tested again and again. Then there's the business drama. Marsau has always tried to present himself as a smart, calculated businessman, but behind the scenes, people have questioned his decisions. There have been whispers of financial problems, poor management, and even fallouts with friends and partners, and then there's the way Marsau acts on the show. His attitude in arguments. The way he talks over people, the way he tries to control every situation, it's rubbed people the wrong way for a long time. He walks into rooms like he owns them, but sometimes it just comes off as arrogance. And when you add that to the legal trouble he's in now, it starts to look like the mask is finally slipping. Some sources are even saying that Marsau's stress levels have been building for a while. He's been juggling too many things, business projects, the tension at home, and the pressure from the public eye. And that mix may have pushed him over the edge. There's even talk that alcohol was involved the night of the incident. Some witnesses claim Marsau wasn't sober when everything went down, and if that's true, it could explain the outburst, the aggression, and why things spiraled so fast. Now, fans are asking the big question, what happens next? Will Marsau be able to bounce back from this? Can he fix his image? Can he fix his marriage? Or is this the end of the road? Right now, he hasn't made a full public statement, and neither has his legal team. They're staying quiet, but that silence is only adding fuel to the fire. And with talk of even more charges possibly coming, things could get worse before they get better. Meanwhile, Leticia is continuing to move differently. She's not speaking much about the situation, but her actions are loud. And actions speak louder than words. She's getting pampered, spending time with people who support her, and focusing on her own goals. She's tired of the stress, tired of the judgment, and tired of the mess. And can you really blame her? One source said something that really stood out. They said Leticia has spent years being quiet, keeping her head down, and defending a man who constantly puts her in a position to explain or cover for him. But this time, she's done explaining. She's done covering. She's not playing referee between Marsau and the rest of the world anymore. And if that's true, it's a major shift, not just for her, but for the entire dynamic of the show and their marriage. There's even been some behind-the-scenes chatter that the network is concerned about how to move forward with Marsau. Reality TV loves drama, but there's a line, and Marsau's legal situation might be crossing that line. If the charges stick, it could damage not just his personal reputation but the show's image too. Sponsors are watching. Viewers are talking. And not all press is good press. Other cast members are also feeling the pressure. Some are frustrated that Marsau's drama is pulling focus from the rest of the show. Others are worried about how filming will work moving forward. No one wants to be associated with something that could turn even darker. And if more details come out about the night of his arrest, especially if more people step forward or if video footage surfaces, it could be the end of Marsau's run altogether. And through all of this, Leticia continues to rise. She's exploring new opportunities that have nothing to do with Marsau or even the show. Business ventures, speaking deals, collaborations, people want to work with her. They see her strength, her loyalty, and now her independence. And if she decides to fully walk away from the marriage, she's going to have an entire fan base backing her up. What makes this even more powerful is that fans have watched her grow. They've seen her go from someone who was unsure of her worth to someone who's finding her voice. And now, after everything, she's stepping into her own power. She's not waiting for Marsau to change. She's not waiting for an apology. She's moving forward on her own terms. And honestly, that's something a lot of people can respect. As for Marsau, his future is more uncertain than ever. He's still facing the legal system, public backlash, and possibly even the collapse of his marriage. What comes next is anybody's guess. Will he fight the charges? Will he try to change? Or will this be the moment that finally humbles him? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear, this moment is a turning point. Not just for Marsau, but for Leticia too. And whatever happens next, the fans will be watching closely. So what do you think about all of this? Is this the end of Marsau's run as the smart businessman of the show? Has Leticia finally reached her breaking point? Or do you think there's still a chance for healing between them? Either way, this drama is far from over, and the next chapter might just be the most explosive one yet.